Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. You joined us back in Rustwood and we've got quite a bit to do. You can see there is a massive food issue that we need to deal with. We are running low on food in this settlement. So we're gonna grab quite a substantial amount of food from Boundington, even though they don't have a lot themselves, so that we can hopefully quickly recover this, because people will start to starve and die very soon. So we're going to drop this food off. We are going to have to set up a trade route that is supplying Rustwood with plenty of food. At the moment, we are unable to sustain this because we haven't yet replenished the forests here to be able to actually do what it is we need to do. So this vehicle has just arrived. They can drop off everything they need. That will hopefully save them for now. Then over here, this buggy, we are going to bring in a whole load more food. We're going to go and drop that off down here. Now, they're getting more food coming in from the trade route, but we are going to create a brand new transport route. And that is going to take food from Diamond City, drop it off at Rustwood, drop it off at Boundington, and then come home. So what we want to do is we want to load up 500 units of food there and another 500 units of food there, unload and unload, and accept that. We're then going to add, we need to actually put in a vehicle to this, so that one will do, and we'll accept that. Wrong one. This is the one we want to do it on. This one here. Perfect. Right, so we'll just watch for a vehicle starting to make its maneuvers around. And you can see now that we're starting to... We've got a vehicle here who has its inventory space blocked, and I'm not sure which one it is. It's this one that is full of wood. So, we're going to need to drop that off somewhere. Let's drop it off down here in Boundington. And then we'll resume that route. So, the food situation, not great. But my hope is that it'll sort itself out very soon. I think that vehicle there is the one that is actually going to do the trade, which is not ideal because it's now kind of fallen behind a little bit because it needs to drop all of this stuff off. Then we'll resume its route. Done. Now, we could probably do with naming these transport routes, because it's not ideal that we don't have a name for any of them yet. But once I actually re-establish them all, that'll be much easier to do. Then I'll know exactly what people are doing. So we need to wait for this forest to actually be replenished before we can move on. But I thought what we'd do here is get the restored iron mine up and running. But to do that, we're going to need to sort out where we're going to start producing these tools. So for the restored iron mine, we just need normal scrap tools. And then industry, we need to smelt at the iron smelter. Now we're close to iron ore production still. What we want to try and do is push it so that it's close enough to the coal production that's there. I think if I just adjust ever so slightly... Nope, doesn't work. That's okay though. We'll put the smelter here. Then we'll put another upgraded charcoal kiln in. And that'll go down here. It is near wood production, so it's fine. Does the job. Then we need an upgraded workshop. And it needs to be producing iron tools, which means it needs to be near the production of tools and iron. So for that, we then need to build another workshop. It's just producing tools, but they need to be near the production of wood and scrap. So now you can sort of see where things are going to have to start developing so that this works. So we're going to put... It's near wood production there. That's fine. Then we need to build a scrapyard. And our scrapyard needs to go probably here. Then I'm going to need a depot. It should be easy. We can just stick a material depot here. Like that. Then, why not? I mean, we do need to build a recycler though. So we'll put the recycler here. Then... That's now done. We have an upgraded workshop producing basic tools. We can then have a standard workshop, upgraded workshop producing... Needs to be near wood. No, that's wrong. Needs to be here. Next to tool and iron production. But we're out of the range of tool production there. And now we're in range there. So this is where things get a bit messy. Now the recycling center we can actually place anywhere, so we'll get rid of that. Then we'll go back to our tools, make it iron tools, and it's still just out of range. That brings it into range. And that gets us out of range of iron. Just going to pay off this guy because can't be bothered with him. So you can see where it starts to get a little bit all over the place. And I kind of want this to still have some sort of uniformity to it, so we can go there for our iron tool production. Done. Then I just need to find a space to put my recycler in, and then that'll allow our scrappers to infinitely produce scrap, basically. And it just about fits here. We'll put it on a bit of an angle. Or we could go here with it. We'll put it there. So we now have a scrapyard. We have a material depot. We've got a workshop. We can put in a recycler right on the edge there. Build that, build that. Then we change the scrapyard's range to there. We put one person working in the charcoal kiln. We put one person working in the upgraded workshop producing tools. We'll put max people working in the scrapyard. We need 10 iron tools for this job here. We're going to very quickly grab some. Fill up. We'll take 50 and then we'll take a load more scrap tools. And then we can come and drop these off. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Good. Right, so our trade routes are still not bringing us in enough. Although I don't know if our first vehicle has actually made it yet. That's fine. Right, looking at stuff now. We need coffee shop stuff. We also need beer. And we need medical. All of that is going to eventually come to us. Food is the issue at the moment. Once this recycling center is built, we can actually start putting stuff to work right here. So we're going to bring up the restored iron mine to having 10 people working in it. The scrapyard doesn't have an area to collect scrap right now, and I don't think there's anywhere else on the map where there is a source of scrap, apart from a few in random locations. So that's fine. We've got a vehicle coming in very quickly. Decontaminators are all ready for action when we finally get some kits in. And yeah, okay, so that's good. We can start now changing these into iron tools. Although we do need people working in the smeltery. So let's put that in. That still leaves us gaining coal. We've got this one done. But iron tools are dropping. So here we know, because of the lack of iron tools, we are going to need to bring in trade of iron tools. Because producing our own, if I just go to this workshop here and pump more of that in, we now are losing wood. So we need to put more people to work in the lumberjack's hut. Don't want them to cut that forest down because that is a problem. So now wood is going up. Scrap is still coming down. We do have a vehicle here that can trade in some scrap. Somewhere. No, we don't. But we can now build the scrapyard. And that's going to be good. That now means the scrapyard will be able to infinitely produce scrap. We got loads of paper. We're currently at 23 per minute, which means our education is working, which increases the efficiency of all of these buildings. So a recycling center generates 6 scrap per minute. We are out of food somewhere. I mean, the claim there was that we were out of food in Rustwood. That isn't true. Got plenty of food here in Rustwood. Never mind. We are up and running now. We're producing scrap. We're producing all of these things, which means our upgraded workshop can produce even more iron tools. We also need more people to work in the iron smelter, but now our coal and iron stocks drop down, so we'll just balance that out. Put another one working in the charcoal kiln, but our wood stores drop down there. Bring this up even further. Bring more people into the iron mine. We can max that out pretty comfortably and still have enough iron tools. Then we want to max this out. It's just this delicate balancing act, but we are now producing 1.8 iron tools per minute, and we need to go to our school, set our educational subjects, and have a look at what it's going to take for our upgraded workshops. Now, our upgraded workshops, they benefit from economy and generalists. The iron mine benefits from economy and industry. So if all we want to do, if we have a look at paper, what does that benefit from? Society. Now, given that we are producing plenty of paper, we could take out of society, and that would improve our workshops even further. Because if we put generalists into it, it does stack though. So if we have generalists with our upgraded workshops, yeah, I think that works. So we get like a small increase to everything. At the moment, yeah, I think that works. Right, that's what we'll do. So now, coal is a bit of an issue, so we'll just boost that a touch. That starts putting the lumberjack lodges down a little bit, so we'll put another one into that, which means wood's coming up again. The tree nursery's doing well there. Food is rising steadily. The foraging hut can now move over to this space here, where it will get a lot more resources, and then this foraging hut over here can move into this space, because that forest there is going to be in this cut down and regrow loop. Perfect. So I think that is Rustwood in a very good position. We're starting to produce iron tools, 1.8 per minute. We bump that up a little bit further to maximum. What do we need for the smeltery? Bring that up even further. We drop it down a touch, right? We're still decreasing in our iron, so we'll put another person to work in there and another one there. Iron is now going up and coal is coming down. So we'll put another one into coal and another one. Now wood is coming down, but we are increasing coal. Last thing then, get the wood back up. Great, so we have a nice supply of people in Rustwood, and we have the settlement kind of ready for action. I'll put four people actually to work in the vehicle workshop, and then any damage will be repaired as they come in. We can then move this lot back out, and Rustwood, happily, is a settlement ready. Good. That's another one done. Then Boundington. Now, Boundington still needs some buildings done here, so we're going to finish them off, and then we can start stockpiling everything. And we can start scrapping everything. Now, currently, I don't think we do have one scrapyard. It is slowly working away at bringing down this building here. We are going to build another scrapyard just for the sake of it. And we're going to have that go and take down this space here. Lizzie is on her way to us, but I don't think anybody's going to... She's only got one vehicle going there. I'm then going to add in another scrapyard here. And that is going to take down this massive chunk of stuff here. We'll just try and clear out all of the scrap as quickly as possible. And it'll be the same sort of thing. We'll finish this one, and then we'll move into a new area where we can continue. So the old fish farm we can actually now build, which is good. And then we can get people working in that. Water was used for that, so that's where the issue is. And we have managed to take down one of Lizzie's vehicles. She didn't make it very far. Then we have a final settlement to build, and we are going to do that here. We're going to do that today, because here I think we've got lead. There's no restorable buildings, but I think this is what's going to give us the achievement. And the problem I have is, last time I tried this achievement where we transport multiple settlers in one go, we had the problem of it didn't pop. The achievement did not work. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to bring all of these vehicles up, and we're going to stockpile as much as I possibly can to be able to start this settlement off. So we're going to get rid of, we're going to take all the wood, loads of wood into that one. Done. And then here we're going to take in loads of scrap. Now, Diamond City's scrap is faltering for some reason. think it's because the scrapyard doesn't have anywhere to get scrap from. Because I moved it for whatever reason. But there we go, it's back up and running, that's fine. And then coming back down here, we'll continue loading in what we need. Right, we've got scrap there. We're also going to load in cloth, because I always forget about that, and plastic. In fact, let's just take the maximum cloth here. That's done. It's got scrap, that one's got wood. We're going to take stick. We're going to take scrap tools. And then our Titan, wherever it is, down there. So we'll move this lot up to here. Then pile a load more stuff into this Nomad and this one. Now, Diamond City's population is going to take a massive hit here, but it's going to be worth it. We're going to take a load of coal here as well. And then we're also going to take... Can we get rid of that water? No. Okay, that's fine. We will take... What do we need? What do we need? I think we should take some glass and some steel and some iron so we can actually build houses. We'll send all of them down. Then in our Titan, we are going to load up 60 settlers. Let's see what we actually need to build houses, because we're going to need to get some of these down very, very quickly. We need bricks as well. And we need copper and lead. So we're going to have this fleet come here as well. This one is going to grab a load of lead, or whatever lead I can get, and they're also going to grab the copper wire. Now, the copper wire is currently being distributed around settlements, so if I go over here, we're going to find that the iron wall has quite a bit of copper wire. I scroll down, yet got 203 units of copper wire, and a lot of it has been being used to repair stuff. Like you can see the relay station here, they need transformers as well. So we probably need to set up another electronics workshop, and they will have to start producing transformers. But we can do that. That's no big issue. So we're going to grab some bricks because we needed them. We're also... Oh, no, we're not. We're going to grab... What have we got here? What can we take? The copper wire. That's what I wanted. And we're also going to grab some bricks. And we're going to send this buggy down to here. Coming back. What do we need? Copper wire. We needed lead. Don't think we have any lead. But over here, are we actually producing lead? We are now. Right, so that's the lead mine up and running. And then we just need some lead to be used. Currently don't have any lead being farmed, so we'll just boost that up as high as we possibly can. Right, now what we don't want is to be running out of iron tools. So the lead will be slowly produced, and that's fine. Right, most of these vehicles have arrived. We can establish a new settlement, but we're not going to do that yet, because our Titan is going to be the challenge. So, that is 60 people. We're loading them into the Titan. We're then going to have the Titan come down here. Once the Titan arrives, I'm hoping this will pop 2 achievements in one go. If not, it's a bug, and that is a massive shame, because that will mean we lose a lot of progress, and I would not be able to complete all of the achievements for the game in this playthrough, and I would have to go back through and do something else. But we're coming very close to the end of the series. It has been fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's such a shame that the game isn't going to be completed at any point. But being able to do this and actually finish the series was really important to me. And like I said, I'm going to continue following through with the plan to make Diamond City like the jewel of this area and having loads of stuff going on in there. But that will take some time. We've got a few episodes left of us yet. Now, I'm hoping that Titan is going to arrive very quickly, because we don't have a lot of time and people need to use the water and stuff. It is there. It is making its way. Nobody has died yet, but we are consuming water quite quickly. The nihilists are coming. I think we'll be okay. And then we'll select this. We'll build a new settlement. It is an outpost. And we're going to build it here. My hope is, there we go, that has popped an achievement to create a settlement on every zone of the map, which is exactly what I was hoping for. We're then going to start dumping stuff very quickly. It's actually filling up our depots. That's fine. Kind of want that to happen. And we'll just load off all of the items that we've got, as much of them as we can, giving this settlement the best possible start. Right, so before we move on, we're going to do the same sort of trick. We are going to build houses. We don't have any scrap. I definitely brought some. Did I? This is where I realized I didn't bring any scrap whatsoever. But we can produce lead here as well. Don't think I'd put any scrap in these vehicles. There it is. I knew I wasn't that stupid. Right, so we need houses. So we're going to put one. Where did I put these? That's it. One there. One there. One there. And one there. And that fits all 60 of my settlers in. And then a shelter here. And here. Build those. Then we need to transfer some more items. Filling up those depots again. We need to build a fishery. On there. And we'll put another one here. Like that, so they're in line with each other. And another one there. Then we're going to put in our upgraded jetty. There. And build a road. These aren't permanent structures. They will be demolished eventually. Like I said, we are always just getting stuff set up to begin with. Then we'll build our scrapyard. Right there, and they will focus on demolishing this structure here so we can build a proper settlement. We'll get all of this up and running, and then that'll be the basic food stuff in. I need some iron tools. I think I've got some. Might not have some. We've got scrap tools, but I don't think we have any iron tools. No. Right, okay, so we'll go in the buggy. We'll go back up to here. Diamond City. Now, Last Refuge, it's called. It's rapidly running out of water. And if we don't sort that soon, we're going to be in trouble. We do have water here in Rustwood. They're not making a great deal of it. Boundington also has water. And again, they're also not making a great deal of water. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Whoa, this one's full of water. Right, let's go down. We'll drop this off quickly as possible. Move all of these vehicles out the way. And I don't think all of the achievements pop there. So I think the one of transporting settlers, we still don't have. Hopefully, we do have... Oh no, people are dying quite rapidly here. There we go. We dropped off the water. People are okay. Right, we did lose quite a few settlers, but we should be okay. They have arrived now, so we'll load them up with a load of iron tools. And they will head straight back down, carry on the development. So we have now settled every single zone on the map. We end here at Last Refuge, and we will prepare for another episode where we continue clearing out scrap and getting ready to build our final few settlements. Then it's a case of setting up trade and getting everything self-sustaining. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.